Namaste, everybody. Welcome to Green Living Path. Awesome to see you. Our Yogi here. Now, today we're going to talk about overcoming fear and anxiety and how to do that. Now, I've got this story that rings true for me. What happened was there's two wolves. The first one's this black, massive wolf full of anger, hate, anxiety, fear, lower emotions. And then there's the second wolf, white, massive, loving, compassion, working together as a team. And then there's this Native American medicine man, fully dressed, elder of the tribe, and his grandson, his little grandson, looking up at him, proud of his granddad. And the elder is talking to his grandson, and he's talking about the two wolves which I just discussed, the black one and the white one. And he's saying that they're constantly fighting. The grandson looks up at his grandfather and says to him, "Which wolf will win?" And then the Native American grandfather looks back down at him and says, "Whichever wolf you feed." Now that's a metaphor, guys, for realizing that we've got fight or flight mode, which is the black wolf, and we've got our higher self, the white wolf, love and compassion. And a lot of times people have this constant battle within inside themselves between the two different aspects of themselves. Now, with anxiety and fear, it's when you're dwelling on the black wolf and you're dwelling on fear, anxiety, lack. And what's actually happening is that it's creating, when there's triggers, there's certain patterns in your life each day, guys. I mean, I'm not perfect. There's triggers that come to me, but I use techniques or breathing stuff, which I'll get into later in this video. I've got a science background and also a yogi. I've trained with yogis and stuff like that since I was young. So I've got a understanding of this. I've written 18 books on health and various novels as well. So what happens is with the trigger and pattern that comes into your life, it triggers you into fight or flight mode. This is your primitive brain, and it sets a whole motion of emotions in you, which are your pattern that you're constantly grooved in your brain. And this is the sympathetic nervous system. This is the bodyguard taking over, looking after ourselves and actually helping us to fight or flight. This is the way that a lot of people are in this lower vibration, and this keeps them glued to fight, to fear and anxiety, even self-loathing, guys. So to jump out of this and to go into a higher vibration, you can use belly breathing. And constantly breathing in and out, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. And that just releases tension in your whole nervous system and gets the mind to calm down. And it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the higher brain, the cerebral cortex, for higher processes, which is more love and compassion and oneness, understanding in you. It's a really good way, just taking some time just to do belly breathing, guys. It's the number one way to get you out of this washing machine of anxiety and fear. The second one is Just simple, taking a walk in the bush or a walk along the beach with the bush. A lot of the time you've got to change the mind in a voice. So you're looking at the bush or the beach with gratitude, with love, and feeling the peace in it, and it transforms you from that lower vibration to a higher vibration. Then you've got basically in a higher vibration. So using the bush walks, the beach walks, and gratitude, guys. And when you wake up in the mornings, gratitude. When you go to sleep, gratitude. When you have a thought slip into your mind that's trying to pull you down in that lower vibration, go into gratitude. You can also use a psychological technique called reframing. So, for example, if you have a negative thought come in, you can say, I'm capable, loving, compassionate human being, more than capable of handling this situation. It's just a learning stepping stone for me to move on up vibrationally. So that's another way of handling it. So there's various ways and techniques. I use meditation as well. I mean, obviously I've done a lot of decades and decades of practice with yoga and stuff like that. So I don't have the day-to-day battle so much. It's decades and decades ago that I did. I mean, I'm only human, and I'm a work in progress, like all of us. We're all works in progress, and that's a good way of looking at things too, is that we're a work in progress and constantly moving on up. And then it's a way of a metamorphosis takes place when you're actually in a higher vibration. You're actually like aligning yourself with your inner self, because after all, the space inside yourself is really important, guys. It's yours. It's a gift. It shouldn't be dominated by lower vibrations. You should actually rule it and actually decide what being kind to yourself is number one. Being loving to yourself. Self-talk's very important. It's a way of basically connecting with your higher self, and that self-talk, like reframing, embeds a higher vibration. A lot of people are in this lower vibration constantly in fight or flight. You want to transform to a higher vibration. So this is a way of getting into it. It's a way of using all these different techniques. So the techniques are belly breathing is one, using reframing, saying you're an infinite being, or saying you're more than capable of handling the situation, using nature and its peace, and also using gratitude as each day, giving thanks for what you've got, because then you're switching your focus. It's about focus as well. You're switching your focus from lack to abundance, guys, and that's another key thing. And because you want to be a healthy, physically fit, you want to be spiritual abundance, you want to be mentally abundant, you want to have a loving relationship, and you want to have a mindset as well. So there's all these things that you want to become, and you've got to do this on a constant basis each day. So I hope this helped about anxiety and fear. I know it will if you practice it each day. It's the repetition of things which add a cumulative momentum to your life and in the transformation. Most people give up and they just go back to the same pattern and living in that. You never want to do that. You just want to keep moving on up like a work in progress, guys, like we all are. And so lots of love, everybody. Boop, subscribe, tab the bell, and also there's a book below that I've written, a novel for you, The Tiger Mystic. So bye for now.